Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello my dear students, welcome to Swayam Prabha, channel number 15. Course title Pharmaceutical Organic Chemistry 2. Lecture title Benzene and its derivative. Module number 1, lecture number 1. And ID of lecture, that is M1L1. So the course that is useful for B Pharma students of second year, and course it is as per Pharmaceutical Council of India, New Delhi. Name of course coordinator, myself, Mr. Dhamak Vikrant Muralidhar, affiliated to Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Name of academic expert, Dr. Sunil V. Amrutkar sir. Project name DTH Swayam Prabha, sponsored by MHRD, New Delhi. So in the beginning, let's see what are the outcomes of this lecture. So what students will learn from this lecture. So the first outcome, that is to study structure of benzene and its homologues. Second outcome, to study analytical and synthetic evidences of benzene structure. To study resonance structure and molecular orbital structure of benzene. And to study aromaticity of benzene as per Haeckel's rule. So these are the 4 outcomes of today's lecture. Now we'll see the contents of today's lecture. So the first content, that is benzene and its homologues. After that, what are the evidences of an structure? So first one, that is analytical evidences of benzene. After that, synthetic evidences of benzene. After that, Kekulé structure of an benzene. After that, resonance structure of benzene. Molecular orbital structure of benzene. And aromaticity of benzene. So these are the contents of today's lecture. So firstly, we'll see benzene and its homologues, or we can also call it as an analogues. Benzene and its homologues constitute the most important class of arenes, or they are also called aromatic hydrocarbons, and they are said to be an aromatic hydrocarbon because hydrocarbon itself indicate that hydrogen and combination of an carbon, but that hydrogen and combination of an carbon, it is an aromatic structure, and earlier this class was said to be an arenes. The homologues of benzene having single alkyl group are named as alkyl benzene. So this is an structure of an benzene, a cyclic structure having 3 pi bonds in the middle and which are in the conjugation and which forms an pi electron distribution in the circle. So this is the first analog or homolog of an benzene, that is toluene, having a CH3 at the first position. So there are total 6 positions in the benzene, from starting from 1 to 6, indicating 6 carbon. So on the first carbon, when it is CH3, it is said to be an toluene. After that, second homolog, that is ethyl benzene. So it is having an ethyl chain at the first position, so it is said to be an ethyl benzene. After that, cumene, or also it is called isopropyl benzene, having an isopropyl group on the first position. So this class, it is having a single group of an alkyl. After that, second class, that is dimethyl benzene. So name itself is indicating that two methyl groups or two alkyl groups are present on the benzene at a different site, or we can say different number. In the earlier homolog, we have seen that there are some chains of ethyl or isopropyl. So but they are at only one position. But in case of this dimethyl benzenes, or commonly called xylenes, so we will find a different position of an alkyl groups at different numbers. So this first one, that is orthoxylene. So there are 3 positions in benzene: ortho, after that meta, and lastly that is para. So the para, it is one of the stable position. Meta, it is close to first number, ortho, it is close to and first number position, and meta, it is said to be third and fifth position. So from here the numbering starts 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 will be para, 2 will be ortho, and 3 will be meta. After that, again fifth, it will be a meta, and after that sixth, it will be an ortho. So it is said to be an orthoxylene. After that, metaxylene. So it is at meta position or at third number position. So it is said to be an metaxylene. And after that, paraxylene. So these are 3 isomeric structure of xylenes. So isomeric, it means that they do have an same molecular formula, but the structural arrangement, it is different. So such kind of compounds are said to be an isomeric. After that, next class, that is trimethyl benzene. So name itself, it is indicating that so there are 3 methyl groups on the benzene at different locations. Trimethyl benzene are invariably assigned by systematic names, the position of CH3 being shown by numbers. As in case of an xylenes, so it is a common name, but in case of an trimethyl benzene, so they are been assigned with an systematic names and having an position of in that group. So this is how the numbering of an benzene, it has been done: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the name of this structure, that is 1, 2, 3 trimethyl benzene. So systematically it has been given now: 1, 2, 3 trimethyl benzene. After that, second structure, 1, 2, 4 trimethyl benzene. 1, 2, and 4 having 3 CH3 groups. So it is trimethyl benzene. So basic behind all the structure it is benzene, only it is having a different substitution. After that 1, 3, 5, first position, third position and fifth position. So it has been substituted at both the metas. So it is said to be 1, 3, 5 tri, indicating 3 methyl groups, methyl and basic structure that is benzene. So this is a class of a trimethylbenzene. After that, next class of benzene and its homologue, that is aryl groups. So aryl groups resulting from arenes by dropping hydrogen atom of benzene ring are called aryl groups. So we'll see structure. See here it is an phenyl. So this aryl means what? Hydrogen it has been substituted or it has been dropped and it has been now substituted with CH2, and for further bonding this carbon it has been available. So such type of an compound it is said to be an phenyl. After that, having an CH3 at an ortho position, sorry, CH2 at an ortho position and CH3 at first position. So such type of compound it is said to be orthotoluene. After that, having CH2 at meta position is said to be M-toluene, and these carbons are available for further bonding because the valency of this carbon it has not been completed till. So the structure it is of an alkyl, and say that is why at the end it is said to be ill. So it is indicating that alkyl it has been present and it is for further bonding. After that, para-toluene. So again name itself indicate that alkyl position it is at a para position. After that, next class of benzene and its homologue, that is aryl alkyl groups. So aryl alkyl groups are derived by removal of hydrogen atom from side chain are called aryl alkyl groups. The groups furnished by toluene are. So such kind of a structure it is said to be an benzyl. So it is having an alkyl. After that, benzyl. And after that, benzo. When it has been substituted by only one bond, so that time it is said to be benzyl. When it is substituted by two bonds or two groups into an adjacent, it is said to be an benzyl. When it has been substituted by all three or three groups on the carbon, it is said to be an benzo. So this was about an homologues of an benzene. So now we'll come towards the next topic, that is analytical evidences for benzene. So analytical evidences for benzene means what? The structure which has been derived or a structure which has been obtained from the history or by use of some techniques. So what kind of an analytical data it supports for a structure of an benzene? So we'll study it. Elemental analysis showed that benzene molecular formula is C6H6. So the percentage of an carbon and percentage of an hydrogen it has been calculated in case of an elemental analysis. So name itself indicate that elemental means element percentage of an element in the given compound it has been determined. So it was been found that the elemental analysis of an benzene it gives and molecular formula that is C6H6. So it depends on percentage of carbon and hydrogen, and by using a molecular weight it has to be calculated. After that, by use of some spectrophotometric techniques or spectrometric techniques, a mass of benzene it has been derived or it has been determined, and there are some other techniques also to determine a mass of a compound, but Mass spectroscopy, it is one of a technique which easily identifies and compounds mass. So the molecular weight, the calculation of a molecular weight is 78.118, which confirms the molecular formula, that is C6H6. So these both the things are interrelated, that is elemental analysis and molecular weight. Now they perfectly fits, that molecular formula given by an elemental analysis perfectly fit with an molecular weight of a compound. After that, IR spectra. So it is one of an spectroscopic technique which is used to identify and functional groups or type of an bonds, we can say, with an vibration of an compound. So this technique, it indicates what kind of an bonds they are having or what kind of an functional groups they are having. So the benzene spectra, it shows absorption in the region of 1600 to 1585 centimeter inverse and 1500 to 1400 centimeter inverse, and this absorption, it is due to carbon-carbon stretching vibration in aromatic ring. So one of an region, that is 1600 to 1585, it is due to an presence of an aromatic ring, and so it is indicating that benzene, it is having an aromatic ring, and this aromatic ring, it is like conjugation of an alternate double and single bond with an cyclic structure and having delocalized pi electron. After that, that is again an spectroscopic technique, that is H1 NMR, or we are also saying it as an proton NMR. So in proton NMR, benzene shows a singlet at 7.33 ppm, which is indicating aromatic proton, and singlet indicate all 6 protons are magnetically and chemically equivalent. So this 7.33 delta value, so it is indicating that this type of an proton, it comes for an aromatic region only. So whenever NMR it has been recorded, so it starts from almost 7 to 8. So in that 7 to 8, depending on electronegativity of an compound, it shows a type of an proton in that region. So it is showing a singlet of an 6 proton. So singlet, it means that all the protons are magnetically and chemically equivalent, means all they are similar. So that is why it shows an singlet. When it is an multiplet, so there are different kinds of an proton. Different kind means what? That magnetically and chemically they are not equivalent. So at that time, it does not show an singlet, it shows an multiplet. But a data which has been obtained from an proton NMR, so it shows that it is an singlet and it is in the region of an aromatic protons. So it is indicating that benzene, it is an aromatic structure having 6 protons. So these are some techniques for an analytical evidences, and these are sufficient that it proves that benzene, it is aromatic and having 6 hydrogen and 6 carbon, and also with that it is having alternate double bond and single bond, because when it is an aromatic, so it should have an conjugation in between. And so all these techniques, they proves that it is a structure of an benzene. After that, we will come to an next evidentiary part, that is synthetic evidences of an benzene. So earlier we have studied analytical evidences of an benzene. So they are by use of some spectrophotometric technique or some techniques by which molecule they are been identified or interpreted. So next technique, that is, or next evidence, that is synthetic evidence for an benzene. Straight chain structure not possible. And this straight chain structure, why it is not possible? Because whenever compound it is been reacted with some chemical reagent, so it does not show any reaction. That is why it is said to be an straight chain structure is not possible. Straight chain compounds are saturated to carbon-carbon single bond from unsaturated carbon-carbon double bond upon reaction with bromine in carbon tetrachloride or cold aqueous potassium permanganate. So we'll see the reaction actually. Bromine, it has been treated with CCl4 or carbon tetrachloride, and there is no reaction. So such kind of a reaction, they are been given by a straight chain compound which are unsaturated. So what happens in such kind of a reaction? This unsaturated bond or unsaturated group or carbon-carbon double bond, it has been substituted by an bromine, and as soon as it becomes substituted, so it becomes carbon-carbon single bond. Though it is having an carbon-carbon double bond, benzene structure, it is having a carbon-carbon double bond, but that carbon-carbon double bond, it is not available for reaction with bromine because it is in the cycle and bromine is not able to break the cycle. So that is why there is no reaction for an unsaturation test, and such kind of tests are also called as an unsaturation test. Students will encounter such type of reactions in their practical to determine unsaturity in the compound. Next test, that is by using dilute cold KMnO4 or aqueous solution of an KMnO4, and in both the reactions in bromine as well as in KMnO4, the bromine color disappears. So why the bromine color disappears? Because bromine, it is now been substituted on this carbon-carbon double bond. The pi bond between carbon-carbon breaks and it forms a single bond, and due to which the color of an bromine, it disappears. And this reaction, it is carried in CCl4 because it is a solvent which makes and solubilize all these components and favors the reaction. After that, this manganese of KMnO4, so it is having an permanganate color. So that permanganate color, it disappears and unsaturated compound becomes saturated. But when it is been treated with an benzene, so there is no reaction, and there is no reaction because the pi bonds which are in the cyclic structure are not available for and reduction by permanganate. After that, reaction with an acidic water, again there is no reaction. So from this, it is indicating that compound, it is not straight chain structure and it is cyclic in the structure. Actually, it does not prove that it is cyclic in the structure, but it proves that the compound, it is straight. It is not an straight chain one, because when it will be a straight chain one, so all these reactions would have been happened, but there are no reactions, so it is not an straight chain structure. So this is one of an evidence which is showing that it is an cyclic structure. After that, so earlier it was indicating that structure, it was not a straight chain. So whether it is cyclic or not. So again, by conducting some kind of a reaction, it proves that it is an cyclic structure. So first one, that is substitution of an benzene. Benzene reacted with an bromine in presence of FeBr3 indicated the fact that only monobromine and no isomeric products were obtained. So this indicated that all hydrogens in benzene were identical. This is only possible only if benzene had a cyclic structure of 6 carbon and to each carbon was attached one hydrogen. So this is a structure of an benzene having alternate double and single bond. After that, it is treated with bromine and FeBr3. and we get only an bromobenzene, and plus HBr as an acid. So this monobenzene, it is indicating that the structure is cyclic one, and all the hydrogens, they are equivalent, because if it was not an equivalent one, so there might be more substitution of an bromine on each different carbon, but only mono bromoform and no isomeric products are obtained. So it is indicating that all hydrogens are identical. So this is an evidence for an cyclic structure of an benzene. After that, second evidence for an cyclic structure of an benzene. So benzene added to 3 moles of an hydrogen in presence of a nickel catalyst to give a cyclohexane. This confirmed the cyclic structure of benzene and also showed the presence of 3 carbon-carbon double bond. So this is a structure of an benzene, and 3 moles of an hydrogen, they are been reacted. So they are been reacted in the presence of a nickel, or usually Raney nickel. It has been utilized in such kind of a reaction. So Raney nickel, it is an active form of a nickel having some alloy with an aluminium, and this reaction, it is conducted in high pressure reaction vessel. So it has been conducted at 150 degree Celsius, having a lot of pressure, and from this it gives a product that is cyclohexane. So from this it has been indicated that all 6 hydrogen, they are been added to an benzene and it forms an cyclohexane. So from moles also we can understand that moles, it has been consumed. So it was having an 3 pi bonds. So all these 3 pi bonds are all the 6 carbons having alternate pi bonds. So all these 6 carbon, now they have been reduced, and so it is indicating that the structure is cyclic one, and also the number of moles added by an hydrogen towards benzene giving an cyclohexane, it indicates that it was having an pi bond in the middle which has been reduced, and the valency of carbon, it is again 4, but the pi bond, it has been removed. Kekulé structure of benzene. So Kekulé structure of benzene, it is one of a very interesting story. So before evidences of some spectroscopic techniques, so Kekulé discovered an structure of an benzene, and almost it was a correct structure of an benzene. So we will discuss the Kekulé structure of an benzene. So in 1865, Kekulé suggested that benzene consisted of a cyclic planar structure of 6 carbon with alternate double and single bond. To each carbon was attached 1 hydrogen. Benzene, according to this proposal, was simple 1,3,5 cyclohexatriene, and this was a structure suggested by Kekulé, that hypothetically it was been suggested that it is a cyclic structure and it is a planar structure. So the planar, it means over that all the carbons, they are been same hybridized. So all the carbons, they are been sp2 hybridized. So that is why it is said to be a planar structure, and it was having a 6 carbon with alternate double and single bond. So it was been suggested by Kekulé, and one more suggestion it was been given by Kekulé, that each hydrogen, it was attached to 1 hydrogen. Each carbon, it was attached to 1 hydrogen. And from this, it was been concluded that if suppose all this hypothetical data matches, then the structure, it is of an 1,3,5 cyclohexatriene. So number 1 double bond at number 1, at number 3, and at number 5 carbons. So that is, it is said to be 1,3,5. And it is a cyclic structure, and hexa, it is indicating 6 carbons, and trine, it is indicating, in means alkene, and it is indicating double bond, and this number of double bond, they are 3. So it is here it is said to be a trine. And earlier also I told that it was one of an interesting story, because before the evidences of some spectroscopic data, Kekulé claimed that this inspiration came from his dream of snake eating its own tail. And a similar kind of a structure, a benzene looks like that a snake, and eating its own tail means it has been connected, and one small snake it was revolving in between, having a snake eating its own tail again. And this revolving snake, it was indicating that the pi electrons are being delocalized in this cyclic structure. So it was one of an interesting story of an Kekulé. And it is also usually written as this benzene structure, that whatever we are writing nowadays. Now we'll come towards the next point, that is resonance description of benzene. The phenomena in which two or more structures can be written for a substance which involve identical position of an atom is called resonance. So the molecular formula remains same, and the actual structure of a molecule is said to be a resonance hybrid of various possible alternative structures. So in case of an benzene, so we can find two types of an resonating structure and one resonance hybrid of it. So this is one of a structure of an benzene, and it has been indicated by a two-side arrow when it has been written as a resonating structure. So the difference between these two rings, it is that rings are similar one, but only a difference it is of an alternate double and single bond. That position of an alternate and double single bond, it is different. So it is different in this two structure, you can see over here also. And the hybrid or equivalent of this two structure, so equivalent it is represented by three lines or two lines of an equal, and it is been represented by such way. So resonance hybrid is such a thing that it is possible alternative of all the structures. So all the structure means here there are two structures of an benzene, and the possible alternative for this, it is an resonance hybrid having an circle in the middle. So it is indicating that pi electrons, they are being delocalized. Hybrid structure of benzene is halfway between of two structures which exist only in hypothetical theory. And this is because the spectroscopic data reveals that benzene is planar, and that all of its carbon-carbon double bond are of equal length. This value lies in between the carbon-carbon single bond, that is 1.54 angstrom, and carbon-carbon double bond length, that is 1.34 angstrom. So when in case if it is a carbon-carbon single bond, it is 1.54 angstrom, the length between carbon-carbon single bond, and when it is carbon-carbon double bond, so it is 1.34 angstrom. So this it is indicating, but the spectroscopic data, what it reveals, that the length between each of the carbon of an benzene, it is same. So here you can see the structure of a carbon-carbon double bond, that is 1.34 angstrom is the length between carbon-carbon. And when it is carbon-carbon single bond, the length between carbon-carbon single bond, it is 1.54 angstrom. So 1.34, it is a smaller value for a carbon-carbon double bond. But in actual for an benzene, each carbon, it is having 1.40 angstrom of a length between carbon and carbon. As in actual, it should be 1.54 for an alternate carbon-carbon single bond in case of an benzene, as it is having an carbon-carbon single bond, and after that alternate structure of an double bond, again single bond, again double bond. So continuously this alternate structure it runs, and as per this theory or as per this proposal, so it should be 1.34 for carbon-carbon double bond, and for single bond 1.54 angstrom for single bond. But in actual, all the carbons in the benzene, they are 1.40 angstrom. So it also indicates that the structure, it is planar one, and that is why the distance between carbon-carbon, it is similar for all the carbons. And also in the fact that earlier we have seen three types of a structure, two resonating structure of an benzene. So this two resonating structure contains single and double bond alternate, and with a different location of an two individual structures. But when we are writing such kind of an hybrid, so this hybrid, it is indicating that all the pi electrons, they are being delocalized, means they are been in the circulating manner, and that is why the carbon length, it is similar for each carbon. Now we'll come to next point, that is molecular orbital structure of an benzene. All 6 carbon atoms in benzene are sp2 hybridized. So there are 3 types of an hybridization seen in organic chemistry: sp2, sp3 and sp. So these are 3 types of an hybridization. So in case of an sp2, it means that 1s and 2p orbitals are being involved in hybridization. The sp2 hybrid orbital overlap with each other, and with s orbital of 6 hydrogen atom forming carbon-carbon bond, and CH carbon hydrogen sigma bond. Bond angle is 120 degree between each carbon, and this is how the structure it is for of an benzene orbital structure. So here you can see that and this structure, it is specifically for an sigma type of an bonds. So here no pi bonds they have been shown. So the pi bonds, I will show it later on. So this, it is indicating and sigma bonds. So this sigma type of an overlap, so it is between and carbon-carbon, and one more sigma bond, it has been formed between carbon and hydrogens. So it is overlap of an s orbital of an hydrogen. There are only 2, so there is only one electron in case of an hydrogen, and it is in s. So SPDF, already you might be knowing that from in basic organic chemistry. SPDF, these are the 4 cells where the electrons are being located, or energy cells. And here you can see that there are 6 kind of an sigma bonds. So sigma bonds means what? That when it is an SS overlap, or when it is SP overlap, such kind of bonds, they are said to be at sigma bonds. And this sigma bonds, when it comes to an PP overlap, so it becomes pi bond. So we'll see further what is that pi bond also in case of an benzene. So here are total 6 sigma bonds for an hydrogen and carbon, and 6 sigma bond between carbon and carbon. So here you can see that first number carbon, again the second, third, fourth, fifth, and respectively 6. And again similar for hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are total 12 sigma bonds in case of an benzene. And these sigma bonds, they are being formed by overlap of an S of an hydrogen and sp2 overlap of an carbon, and it forms an sigma bond. And in case of an carbon-carbon bond, so it forms with an sp2 of an one carbon and second sp2 of an another carbon, and it forms an sigma bond. So totally collectively we can conclude that there are 12 type of an sigma bonds in case of an benzene, and 6 out of which 6 are carbon-carbon single bond, and out of which 6 are carbon-hydrogen single bond, or sigma bonds, we can say. And the bond angle between carbon-carbon, it is 120. So it is similar for all the carbon, that carbon it is 120, because all the carbons and hydrogens in case of an benzene, they are chemically and magnetically equivalent. So the bond length, it will be similar, as there will be destruction by some electronegative group or electropositive group. So, or when it has been substituted, so at that time the bond angle will change. And in case of an bond length, we have studied in resonance also, that the bond length between this carbon-carbon, it is around 1.40 angstrom or 1.38 angstrom. Benzene possesses an unhybridized p orbital containing one electron. This p orbitals are perpendicular to the plane of sigma bonds. Now here we are only seeing an p orbitals. So the p orbital, they contain only one electron in each, and they are perpendicular to an carbon. A carbon, or we can say they are perpendicular to all the sigma bonds. So whatever the sigma bonds we have seen in the earlier structure, so this p orbital, they are perpendicular to the plane of a ring. The lateral overlap of an p of this p orbital produces an pi molecular orbital containing 6 electrons. So here it is an delocalized pi system. So all this pi, or we can say p orbitals. So these p orbitals, they combine with each other, and they have an one electrons in each p orbital. And after a combination of this, we can see such kind of a structure. So upper and lower, so pi electrons are being delocalized in the ring system of an benzene. And why it is said to be an pi bond? Because for pi bond, the orbital should be an PP type of an overlap. So in the earlier structure, we have seen SS overlap or SP overlap. So such kind of an overlap, it just forms an sigma bonds. Whenever it is an pi orbital or p orbitals, so it forms an pi bond. And these pi bonds, they are easy to break as compared to an sigma bonds, and these are weak bonds compared to and sigma bonds. Pi bonds are weak, and that is why whenever there is any type of a reaction with an benzene, so at the first instance, the pi bond, it breaks, or pi bond, it donates an electron towards an coming species. And you will not find that a sigma bond will break at an earlier instance, because these pi electrons or pi bonds, they are easy to break, and they can donate an electron towards an coming electropositive species or electrophilic species. Now we'll see benzene and its aromaticity. Benzene, the name of an aromaticity for an benzene, it came actually from an aroma. So aroma, it is nothing but having a sense of smell, and benzene, it is having such kind of a smell, and aromatic smell, we can say. And aromatic, it means that aroma, it means that actually in a general, in a general thing, aroma, it is said to be a sense of smell, and benzene is having a particular type of an aroma, and that is why a name it came in the history, that benzene and its aromaticity. But later on, it was been revealed for electronic arrangement of an benzene, or a structure of an benzene, that Haeckel given a rule, which the compounds which are satisfying an aromaticity, or which follows an Haeckel rule, so such kind of an compounds are only said to be an aromaticity in case of an chemistry. So aromaticity is a property of sp2 hybridized planar rings in which p orbital allows cyclic delocalization of n pi electrons. So property of an aromaticity, that sp2 hybridized planar ring. So in case of an benzene, it is an sp2 hybridized. Earlier also we have seen that all the carbons, they have been sp2 hybridized. So it is said to be sp2 hybridized planar ring, and it is cyclic in structure. So it is said to be a ring. And this pi electron allows the delocalization of an or p orbital, they allows an delocalization of an pi electrons. So pi electrons, they revolve in a manner, in a circular manner, and delocalization of an pi electrons causes an aromaticity in the ring. So there are some rules that molecule should obey, and as the molecule obeys some rules, so there are such kind of an compound, it is said to be an aromatic. So the rule 1 is an aromatic compound is cyclic and planar. So earlier also we have seen the structure of an benzene, that it is cyclic and planar. So planar means sp2 hybridized. So all the carbons, they are in one plane. So that is why it is said to be an planar. And cyclic because all the carbons, they are been joined to each other, and it forms an cycle-like structure. So this is an first criteria. After that, each atom in the aromatic ring has an p orbital. So obvious it should have an p orbital, because without an p orbital, so there will be no pi electrons present for an delocalization of an pi electrons. This p orbital must be parallel, so that a continuous overlap is possible around the ring. Sometimes you will come across and some such kind of an carbocationic structures which are been sp2 hybridized, but they are having a vacant p orbital. But still, the electrons can flow through that vacant p orbital, and that is why aromaticity itself, it defines that there should be a delocalization of an pi electrons in a ring system. So that then only the compound compound can be an aromatic in nature. After that, rule 3, so it should satisfy an Huckel's formula, that is 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And it should be in the form of an integer. So the value of n, whatever we will get, so it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And after that only the molecule is said to be an aromatic. And so such kind of a rule, it is said to be an Huckel rule. So the compounds which obey an Huckel rule are said to be aromatic in the nature. Along with this, all the rules that it should be cyclic and planar, and there should be a continuous delocalization of an pi electrons, and having a continuous overlap of an p orbitals. If we consider the structure of an benzene, so the first rule, that is compound should be cyclic. So here you can see that compound, it is cyclic in nature and planar. And earlier also we have discussed what is that planar, that all the carbons, they are been sp2 hybridized, so all they are in one plane, and that is why it is said to be an planar. After that, now we'll calculate according to Huckel's rule. And the second rule, that is the p orbital must be parallel, so that continuous overlap. So all these p orbitals, they are parallel, right? And after that, Huckel's rule, that is 4n plus 2 equal to 6, right? So 6, it is indicating number of an pi electrons. So here you can see that there are 3 pi bonds. So each bond consists of 2 electrons. So each bond, if consists of 2 electrons, so it means that there are total number of 6 electrons for 3 pi bonds. Earlier also we have discussed that all these bonds which are in the ring, or which forms a ring, so all these are in sigma bonds, right? Whenever it comes to a double bond, so from the double bond, one is sigma bond and second one is a pi bond. And the hydrogen bond, which is not visible over here, but it is there, right? So there is no need to write an hydrogen separately. So it is been understood that carbon, behind the carbon, that hydrogen, it has been present, and so there is no need to write. And if we see the valency of an carbon also, so it has been satisfying. So 1, 2, right? First bond, second bond, and after that again third bond, and one more So the valency of an carbon, it is 4, and which is behind that, the carbon as having an hydrogen behind it, and so now it becomes an 4, right? So total number of an electrons, pi electrons, these are 6 because there are 3 pi bonds and 12 sigma bonds in case of an benzene. Now, if we rearrange the equation, that 2 will come over here, so positive will be turned negative, and the answer, it will be 4 for it. And after by subtracting 4 by 4, it becomes 1. So it obeys an Huckel's rule. So Huckel's rule tells that when the value of n, it is 1, 0, 2, 3, etc. So such kind of an compounds are said to be an aromatic. So that is why now compound is now an aromatic, because it obeys an Huckel's rule. So this value of an n, it should not come in the points, or it should not come with the decimals, or it should not come in fraction. So it should come in this natural numbers, and that is why now compound is satisfying an aromaticity. Now we'll see some more example of an aromaticity, so that it will clear the concept of an aromaticity. So these examples are allied with an benzene little bit. So here you can see the structure similar like an benzene, but only it is having one more carbon, and this carbon, it has been sp3 hybridized, or it is not having any type of an double bond with it, or it is not having an pi orbital overlap or p orbital overlap, so it is not forming a double bond. So the rule one is that an aromatic compound should be cyclic and planar. So it is cyclic in the nature. Second thing is that each atom in aromatic has a p orbital. So, but here in case of in this cycloheptatrine, so there is no p orbital for this carbon, means there is no overlap actually, and that is why it is not an aromatic structure. So this continuous overlap of an p orbital, it is required for delocalization of an electron, and it is not been found in this compound. So this compound, it is not an aromatic structure. So such kind of an compounds are said to be and non-aromatic. So to clear the concept of an aromaticity, we'll see one more example, that is cyclooctatetraene. And if we look at structure of in this compound, so you will find two more carbon with an alternate double and single bond. So the rule one, aromatic compound should be cyclic. So here you can see that compound, it is cyclic, and it should be planar. So it is planar. All the carbons are been sp2 hybridized, and there is continuous parallel p orbital for delocalization of an pi electrons, but it does not satisfy an Huckel's rule. So we'll see by an equation how does it not satisfy an Huckel's rule. So there are 4 pi bonds, and it means that there are 4 pi electrons, each bond consisting of 2 pi electrons. So there are total number of 8 pi electrons, and this 8 pi electrons now we have written. After that, making arrangement and equation and solving it, so the value for n, it becomes 1.5. So now it's a decimal fraction, and where n, it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And here you can see the value of n, it is 1.5. So it is in between, or it is in the middle. So it does not obey an Huckel's rule. And such kind of structures are said to be a non-aromatic. And it has been revealed that the structure, it is not a planar one, it is an cube shape type of an structure. Now we'll see a summary of today's lecture. So in the first part we studied benzene and its homologs. So along with the structure we seen example from each class. So first class, that was monoalkyl. So examples like toluene. So we have seen in this class. After that, dialkyl. Usually they are called xylenes, and we have seen all the three examples of xylenes having substitution of ortho, meta, and para. After that, trialkyls. So by systemic way, it has been numbered and it has been named. After that, aryl. So in this class, we have seen an example of an phenyl, orthotoluene, metatoluene, and paratoluene. And aryalkyl, we have seen an example of an benzyl having one substitution, after that benzyl having two substitution, and after that benzo having three substitution. After that we have seen an evidences. So first evidence, that was analytical evidence, and in that we have seen elemental analysis. So elemental analysis, it is showing that number of carbons they are 6 and number of hydrogen they are 6 in case of an benzene. And molecular weight of an benzene, it matches with an elemental analysis, that is number of carbon and number of hydrogen. So it is 78 almost. And IR spectra, it shows an aromatic ring in the compound as well as a double bond and CH stretch of an aromatic ring. And in case of an proton NMR, so we have seen that it is showing a singlet, which is indicating that all the protons, they are chemically and magnetically equivalent. And singlet, it is indicating singlet, also that singlet in the region of an 7.33. So in the region of an 7 to 8 delta values. So it is indicating that the type of proton, they are aromatic with an benzene. After that, second evidence of an benzene we have seen by a synthetic way. So benzene, it is not a straight chain compound. So it was been indicated by some reaction like bromine in CCl4 and potassium permanganate, which was not giving a saturated compound, or which was not been reacted with this, and also with an acidic water. So there was no reaction. So it was been indicating that compound, it is an cyclic one, it is not a straight chain one. Rather than cyclic one, it is indicating that it is not a straight chain compound. So the next option, it will be an cyclic only. Further, also we have seen two reaction, that is bromine in presence of FeBr3. So there is only an monomeric structure which has been formed, so that is bromobenzene, and which indicates that there are all 6 hydrogen which are equivalent, and there is only one isomeric form which forms. And after that, a reduction with an hydrogen in presence of a nickel, and a mole of hydrogen, 6 moles, 3 moles, means total number of 6 hydrogen, they were been introduced into benzene, forming an cyclohexane, which was indicating that structure was an cyclic in nature. After that, we have seen a Kekulé structure of an benzene. So Kekulé suggested that the structure, it is cyclic in nature, containing alternate double and single bond. So the structure, it was been proposed by Kekulé, that is 135 cyclohexatriene. After that, we have seen resonance structure of an benzene. So 2 resonating structure and 1 hybrid structure, and each benzene carbon having a length of 1.40 angstrom. So we have seen it. After that, we have seen a molecular orbital structure of an benzene having 12 sigma bonds and 3 pi bonds. And after that, we have seen an aromaticity of an benzene and some structure related with an benzene which were not an aromatic. So we have seen this example, and so for the criteria of an aromaticity, compound should be planar, cyclic, and parallel p orbital for delocalization of an electron, and it should obey an Huckel's rule, that is 4n plus 2 pi electrons.